Thank you. Hey, everyone. We're going to have our cameras off to present this. Sorry, it just helps everything to stream a little bit better. So it's up to you if you want to leave your cameras on or off. No worries. We are here and we will be back later for Q&A. All right, so welcome to today's workshop, Mentally Strong in 2021. Thank you so much to the team at Gateway for organising and bringing everyone together this afternoon. So the last 12 months have been especially challenging for everyone, hey, albeit in different ways. And we've all had to dig really deep and band together to push through. And some of us have realised maybe just how much more resilient we are than maybe we'd ever imagined. Still, staying strong mentally over the pandemic can, of course, be challenging. And I'm sure we've all had tough days to push through. But just like physical health, we all have mental health to manage. And that's what today's workshop is all about. We're also raising money for Middlesbrough and Stockton Mind and supporting the great work that they're doing in the community, championing mental health. And Melissa and I are going to be available to run these workshops for the next 3 months on a charity donation basis for organisations and networks across the Northeast. So if you'd like us to come and talk to your people about staying mentally strong in 2021, do feel free to get in touch with us. So thanks again for being here today. Hope that you're all doing well. For those of you who aren't familiar, Key Wellbeing is a workforce wellbeing company, and we support local businesses, helping them to put people first. Our aim is to create happy, healthy workforces across the UK through our digital wellbeing support and programs. As we're now in another national lockdown, we just really wanted to share some tips and strategies that have helped us to take care of ourselves and the companies that we work with over the past 12 months. There's a lot of advice out there right now, which in itself can feel overwhelming. So what we've created for you today is a simple workshop to help everybody to stay mentally strong over this period and beyond. So what are we going to be covering today? So we're going to be looking at the importance of self-care. So it all starts with us. We're going to be looking at taking back control through structure and routine, putting you back in the driver's seat. We're going to be looking at the 5 ways to well-being, which all interact together to help us to be mentally strong, and some of the things that we can all be doing to take care of ourselves in these challenging times. In the middle of the session, we're going to be sharing with you some simple stretches from one of our trainers at LRG Fitness that you can do wherever you are today. And don't worry, we don't expect anyone to have their camera on for this one. We'll be wrapping things up with a guided relaxation activity, and finally, we'll have an opportunity for Q&A. So if anything springs to mind, make a note of it and we'll do our best to answer it then. So as we share the 5 ways to well-being, at the end of each section, there will be a chance for you to take action. So we've got a few easy activities for you to do today, and we invite you to take part from wherever you are. Don't worry, nothing too taxing. So when you see this little light bulb slide, you'll know that it's over to you. So a little bit about us. Mel and I are both from Teesside, and between us, we have over 15 years of wellbeing experience. We've both seen and personally experienced the impact that mental ill health can have on our families and the wider community. And for that reason, we're both super passionate about helping people to improve their physical and mental well-being, especially at work. So there's myself, Marie Ranson, and my background is in corporate business development, change management, and I'm also a motivational speaker on things like female confidence and resilience. And Melissa Armstrong, who amongst many talents is a seasoned company trainer and who has more holistic therapy qualifications than I can count. And like many of you, she's also juggling homeschooling and work, managing everything with her family at home. And you'll be hearing from Melissa shortly as we take you through our workshop. So a little bit about what we do here at Key Wellbeing. As we mentioned, our aim is to create healthy, happy workforces across the UK. And we do this by delivering wellbeing strategies that work. We offer digital workshops on things like stress and anxiety management in the workplace. And we also love working with organizations to create more fun, team-building, inclusive experiences like dance parties, laughter yoga, and healthy eating workshops. Our most popular support service is our online employee wellbeing platform, the Key Wellbeing Hub, which covers all 5 ways to wellbeing, which we're going to be covering the basics of today. It is, of course, important that we all can look after ourselves well first. And now I'll hand you over to Melissa to look at the importance of self-care in 2021 in a little more detail.
Thank you, Marie, and hi, everybody. So, new year, new me. How many times have we said that one? And this is the time of the year when we all set out to achieve new goals. But it's important to be realistic and kind to ourselves, especially in today's environment. Developing strategies to stay mentally strong that work for us individuals is an achievement in itself. Yes, we are in another lockdown, but we don't have to pile the pressure on ourselves to learn a whole new language, for example, or to learn to play a new instrument, unless, of course, you want to. Instead, we need to make it easier for ourselves to win and to get that sense of achievement with small, meaningful changes that we can incorporate into our everyday life. Basically, what we are saying is in 2021, keep it real. So, before we jump into the 5 ways to well-being, let's take a moment to think about ourselves. It's so easy to focus on what's happening around us because there is what feels like a lot going on in the world right now. We're all living through unprecedented times and trying to juggle our responsibilities. So, even the idea that we might take a moment for ourselves can feel strange for some of us. We might experience some feelings of guilt and even shame at the very thought of prioritizing our own well being. But the best thing we can do right now is to check in with ourselves before we check in with the world. If we are running on empty, it's going to be much, much harder for us to support our colleagues, family, and friends around us. Whilst we want to, of course, help others where we can, like they say, you need to fit your own oxygen mask first before you help others. If anybody can remember when we used to be able to fly and go on holiday, taking some time for yourself throughout the day to check in with how you are honestly feeling is really important for us. And we need to carve out that time in our diary for some self-care. And once we have blocked that time out, we actually need to use it. So, as we've said, ensuring that we look after ourselves and having a strong foundation is key. So, let's try first and foremost to be kind to ourselves in 2021. The last 12 months have felt like a bit of a roller coaster, and it's easy to put ourselves last when it comes to managing our priorities. So, next, we've got practice what you preach. We all know how easy it is to give out the advice, but to actually take action ourselves takes a little more effort. So, if we are managing others, for example, let's make sure that we are taking regular breaks ourselves, logging off at reasonable times, and resisting the urge to answer emails late at night. And finally, taking care of the basics. Of course, we all know what we should be doing to look after ourselves, but are we really doing it day to day? Things like making sure we get enough sleep, drinking water throughout the day, and eating nutritious foods are all important, but you already all know that. We know from personal experience that when we're busy, it's easy to let those healthy habits fall by the wayside. So we just wanted to add a little gentle reminder about them here today. Looking after these simple basics helps us to feel good, resulting in better health both mentally and physically. So we've all heard about having a routine is good for us, and perhaps you have a one already, and that is great. So bookending our day with simple self-care helps us to stay organised, it sets us up for a good day ahead, or it helps us to wind down at the end of the day. But why is that? So routines give us a sense of grounding and stability, which in turn helps us to feel more in control of our day. With so much uncertainty, focusing on what we can control, like our daily habits, can really help to promote that sense of calm and mental toughness. So maybe it's doing some some light exercise each morning, followed by a good breakfast. And then maybe at lunchtime, you can fit in a 30-minute walk and then eating something healthy. And then as we close the day, we could maybe put some music on. And if you're feeling especially funky, you could have a little dance while taking some mindful moments. These small but meaningful activities are key to giving us a sense of order and control, which is especially important when so much can feel out of control right now. So let's get into our 5 ways to well-being, which when combined can really help us to stay mentally strong in 2021. Back to you, Marie.
Thanks, Melissa. All right, so let's get into it. So number 1 of 5 is to connect. There is strong evidence out there that indicates that feeling close to and valued by other people is a fundamental human need and one that contributes to us all functioning well in the world. It's clear that social relationships are critical for promoting well-being in general and for acting as a buffer against mental ill health for people of all ages. Of course, lockdowns and the pandemic have changed how we interact, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. Luckily, we've got the tools and tech to connect with each other digitally now. I know that Mel has been teaching her 83-year-old grandma how to use FaceTime, and she's loving it. Although perhaps a bit too much, as I understand she's been ringing people whilst on the loo.
Yeah, it's been a little bit awkward.
So some of our top tips for connection are perhaps speak to someone new or someone that you haven't spoken to in a while today. Consider picking up the phone instead of sending an email to connect about a work project. We've all got a bit into the habit of firing off emails, haven't we, instead of actually connecting and listening to what people want and need. So consider if that's appropriate for you today. Become a great listener when you are connecting with the people around you, whether that's a person serving you in a store, a family member, or a friend who would like a chat. If you live with people, consider having a screen-free evening where you can all play board games, maybe sit down for a family meal, or perhaps create something together. And if you can, get out for a wander with a friend, a neighbor, or a family member, socially distanced, of course. And if you are a manager of people, ensure that your teams have enough informal opportunities to connect with each other, even if that is over video for now. Working from home, we're all missing out on those little opportunities to have a coffee and a chat with each other. And it's often when the best ideas are born. So creating an informal environment to connect is key. All right, over to you for your first opportunity to take action. On your notepad, make a note right now of 3 people that you will connect with after today's workshop. It could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, or a neighbor. And if you're feeling stuck as to who you're going to reach out to, take a quick scroll through your social media or your phone book and randomly stop 3 times and connect with that person over a phone call, a message, or whatever works for you. And just ask them how they're doing as we start 2021 with no agenda other than to say hello. All right. I'm going to hand you back over to Melissa now as we look at the next of the 5 ways to well-being.
Thanks for Marie. So next up, we have learning. So learning is super important when it comes to our overall well-being. It helps us to feel like we are growing, developing, and moving forward. It can help with our self-esteem, our confidence, and even our happiness. And one thing that we could all learn more about is mental health. So better understanding of mental health challenges can help us be a better parent, colleague, friend, or just an overall better human. There is a whole host of information out there on this, which can feel overwhelming, yet even joining us here today and learning about the ways to become mentally strong is a great step in the right direction. So let's look at some of the top tips for learning. So the first thing to say is that learning doesn't need to be formal. It can be fun. It just has to be something that you care a little bit about. So you could consider cooking something new, maybe. It could be a DIY project. You could be mentoring someone or find a new hobby, or something like painting and getting creative. It really doesn't have to be a qualification. You might discover a new passion for something like hiking, knitting, or even adult colouring, which is all the rage this year. And if self-development is of interest to you, now is a great time for us to look at that. So even if you're not setting out to do so, I think 2020 and 2021 are teaching us a lot about who we are at our core and what really matters to us. So audio learning and podcasts are great tools. So taking a screen break and putting something interesting on, and you could combine this with a walk for extra points. So for me, I'm usually listening to podcasts while I'm doing some of the housework, which I don't particularly enjoy, but it just makes it go that little bit easier. And team sharing is another big one. So if you are a manager of people, how can you get your team to learn more about each other? So that could be something from like a simple quiz to having a staff share a 5-minute talk on something that matters to them. So speaking of quizzes, let's all learn something together right now. So we have got a mini quiz for you. So we've got 3 questions and you can jot your answers down as we go through. So which of these celebrities has not suffered from mental ill health? So hopefully you recognise some of them faces there. So we've got Prince Harry, we've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, we've got Adele, and we've got Stephen Fry. So which of these celebrities has not suffered from ill mental health? Give you a little second to jot down your answer. And then we'll have a little look and reveal. So the answer is they have all suffered. So they've all been quite open and admitted their struggles with mental health, which helps to open up the conversations for others. And it removes that stigma that some of us can feel when wanting to open up about our own mental health challenges. And let's have a look at question 2. So which of these can have a positive effect on our mental health? Connecting with others, learning, exercise, excuse me, helping others, meditation, and mindfulness. So, which of these can have a positive effect on our mental health? Again, I'll give you a couple of seconds just to write down what you think the answer may be, and then we will have a little look. So, the answer is all of them. So, all 5 can have a positive effect on our mental health, and we are sharing the basics of all of them with you here today. And then we're going to go on to our third question. So, which of these is not a benefit of exercise? Improved sleep, managing stress and anxiety, feeling happier, improved motivation and concentration. So, which of these is not a benefit of exercise? And again, we will take a look at the answer altogether once you've managed to pop down. So, they are all benefits of exercise. So there's lots of benefits to movement, which works out well because that is going to be the next way to well-being. So the third way to well-being and to stay mentally strong is to be active. The links between physical health and mental health are well documented, as are the links between physical activity and productivity. So, what are some of the benefits of keeping active? It can, of course, boost our self esteem and confidence within ourselves. It can give us a sense of achievement, and it does feel good to do something for ourselves and our health. It releases them endorphins, which trigger a positive feeling in the body and increases our feelings of happiness. And exercise improves our mental health by reducing anxiety, depression, and negative mood. And looping back to routines, just moving our body for 30 minutes each day can help with everything from weight to mood to energy levels and general well-being. And of course, a gentle walk, for example, is an easy way to get fresh air and get the blood pumping. So many of us are working longer hours and we're getting more time in front of the screen than ever before. So it's important for us to be able to switch off and get moving. And importantly, exercise does not need to be strenuous. Like we said, a simple 30-minute walk each day is shown to have a whole range of positive benefits. So we've looked at the benefits of exercise and we've covered it and it's the positive effects of it on our mental health. And so what we thought we'd do now is get everybody moving a little bit. So we've been concentrating for a while already. And so we're going to share a quick video now from the Key Wellbeing Hub. It is a top to toe stretch from one of our trainers, our LRG Fitness, that you can do seated wherever you are right now. And like we said, you don't need to have your cameras on and you are guaranteed to feel better for doing it. So we're going to play this now and we'll be playing along in the background and we'll be back with you very shortly.
Okay, just to start with, I want you to think about your posture. So you just try and keep those shoulders nice and relaxed, okay? Draw those shoulders back a little bit because if you've been sitting at your desk, your shoulders have probably been rounded. So draw your shoulders back, gently draw your belly button just a little bit towards your spine. And that way then your deepest stomach muscle is working. So it's going to take that pressure off your lower back, okay? We're just going to start with some deep breaths. So relax those shoulders. From here, I just want you to breathe in for your nose. So breathe in for 5. I want you to hold your breath for 5, so hold it here. That's good. And then you're going to slowly breathe out for 5, okay? You're just going to do this because it helps reduce your cortisol production, your stress hormones, so just make you feel a little bit more relaxed. So again, breathe in your nose, so breathe in your nose for 5. And hold it here. And then slowly breathe out. Hold on, one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're just going to start by doing some neck mobility and stretching exercises. Just take your right ear over to your right shoulder Keep those shoulders relaxed, don't let them come up. And then come back to the middle and over to the other side. Good. And come back and over. And you may feel a bit of tension here on your shoulders. That's totally normal. Probably where you've had your shoulders up by your ears as you've been working. And over to the other side. Well done. And then just slowly then bring your head down. So you're going to look down towards your toes. And then come up to the middle. And then you're going to lift up your head just a little bit and take your eye line up to the ceiling. Well done. Come back to the middle again. Down to your toes. Pull that chin into your chest. And up to the middle. And take that eye line up to the ceiling. Don't extend your neck too much. Okay, from here I want you to anchor your hands under your chair. And what that's going to stop me doing is stopping your shoulders from rising. Take your ear over to your shoulder. Hold that there. You're going to feel a stretch down here, down the side of your shoulders and to your neck. So just hold that there. Now we just slowly rotate that head down to the floor. Take that eye line down to the floor, and that's just going to take your stretch just further round on your shoulders and into your neck. Hold that. Now bring your head back to the middle first, and then slowly lift up to the other side. Okay, so your ear over to your shoulder first. Feel that stretch down into your shoulder and into your neck. And then just rotate that head down. That's good. Come back to the middle and head up. Okay, just circle those shoulders. Try and get some big shoulder movements going on. So bring them right forward, take them right back. Good. Open up that shoulder girdle, open up those muscles in your chest and in between your shoulder blades, and now bring them forwards. Exactly the same thing. Well done. Okay, just take one hand on top of the other. Take your arms out in front of you. Drop that head down. Really push those arms open. So you're going to feel that stretch between your shoulder blades and the top part of your shoulders. Well done. Then from there, take your hands behind your back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Open up your muscles here in your chest. When you're sitting at your desk for hours, you're very often in a rounded position. We really need to open up here so we're getting these chest muscles open. Okay, otherwise it's really bad for your posture. Good. Okay, once more, take your arms forwards. And then bring them behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Well done. Okay, you're going to take your arms up to the ceiling. Reach up and then you're going to pull your arms down. So you're going to work your lat muscles, these ones here. Okay, so draw them down and push them up. Good. And down from there and up, and one more. Well done. Keep those arms up. We're just going to stretch now into your lower back. So just relax here. Take those arms down. Bring that head down. Just really try and relax into this stretch. And whatever sort of area of tightness you've got on your back, you'll probably feel it when you're doing that. If you get any sharp pains, make sure you stop. If you just feel that gentle stretch, just hold it there. Relax, slowly that breathing down. Just really try and slump that body forwards. Well done. And one more. Take those arms up. And then slowly come down. Good, well done. Okay, I'm just going to stretch into the sides. Just going to reach up to the side, up to the ceiling, and lean over. So you'll feel a stretch down the side of your body. If you have an area of tightness that you're sitting at a desk and you think, oh, my shoulders are tight or my back feels tight, then just pick a couple of these exercises out and just do them a few more times during the day. Well done. Reach up and lean over. And again, last one, reach up and over. Good. Okay, just from here, I want you to circle your wrists. A lot of people experience problems with their wrists, carpal tunnel syndrome, where they're sitting with their hands extended for very long periods of time. So we just need to try and get some movement into your wrist, get that blood flow going, stretch out your muscles, and it would just help alleviate some of those symptoms. Okay, just from there, take your arm out in front of you. Keep that shoulder relaxed. Keep pulling it through that belly button. Put your hand just on the top of your hand there. Pull that fingers down to the floor. You'll feel a stretch here on your forearm. Hold that position there. Nice and relaxed. Keep thinking about that breathing. Keep breathing in nice and slowly. And hold your breath at the top and then slowly breathe out. Change onto the other hand. Gently push down from there. Good. Well done. Okay, palm up. Bring those fingers down to the floor. This time you'll feel a stretch here, so on the other side of your arm. Keep those shoulders relaxed. It's quite easy on this one to bring your shoulder up. Keep them down from there. Good. And then onto the other side. Done. Okay, cross your right leg over your left to start with, and then from there, put your left hand over your right knee, and you're just going to slowly rotate your back round. So bring your right shoulder to the back of your chair. Now we're just taking a stretch into your lower back, okay? Just by rotating around, just going to stretch all those muscles. Hold that there. Well done. Slowly come back to middle. Change over your legs, cross your other leg over. Sit up nice and tall, pull in that belly button, put that hand on your leg, take your shoulder back towards your chair. We're getting that rotation through your back. Slowly come back to middle. Okay, just alternately now, just lift those knees up and down. So you're just working your muscles in the front of your hips. Just get that blood moving, get that venous return, so your blood pumping up from your feet up to the rest of your body. You can do this standing up if you want to, okay? Do a bit of marching at your desk. No one will think you will do anything, it'll be fine. Lift those feet up and down. Good. Okay, now you're just going to take one foot forward. So extend through your knee. Okay, so that leg's now nice and straight. Draw your toe up to the ceiling. Think about clenching your thigh muscle, your quadricep muscle. So hold that there. Keep that position nice and straight. If you can, let's do 5 little lifts. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that foot down to the floor. Bring your other foot up. Clench that muscle in your thigh. Clench your quad. Bring your toe up to the ceiling. Okay, hold that there. Then keep that posture as well. Keep nice and straight and lift that leg up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, put one foot on your knee. Try and relax your knee down towards the floor. You'll feel a stretch here into your glute muscle, into your bottom. Okay, hold that there. If you don't feel a stretch, just gently push down on your knee. If you still don't feel a stretch, then you're just going to lean forwards. Okay, keep both your bottom cheeks on the chair. Don't rotate up through your waist. Hold that there. Good. Move that tummy and sit yourself up. Change over your legs, so foot on your knee to start with. Sit up straight, relax that knee down. Again, if you don't feel a stretch, just gently push on that knee. You'll normally feel tighter one side over the other, especially if you cross your legs. If you cross your legs all day, try and stop it, even if it's just for like 5 minutes every hour, because it's so bad because your hips are going to be in balance. One side of your muscle is going to get tighter than the other. Okay, push down and then lean forwards from there. Those hips nice and square. Both your bottom cheeks evenly on the chair. So you sit yourself up, put your foot down. Okay, just from here, just going to alternately raise your heels off the floor. Again, you can do this standing up if you want to. Keep those shoulders relaxed. There's a point where you could just keep on sort of moving those shoulders while you're doing this. Encourage that blood flow back up your feet, around your body, to pump that blood flow around your body. Well done. That's great. Ankle circles, get that movement going. Circle one way and then the other. Same thing on the other foot. Just to finish, then take a nice few deep breaths, okay? So take those arms up, push through all the way to the ceiling as you breathe in. Hold it there, and then breathe out, relax those arms down. And again, really breathe in. And push up and hold. And breathe out. And once more. I really want you to try and do these desk exercises every day if you can. A couple of times a day would be brilliant. And if you have an area where you're particularly sore or tight, just try and repeatedly do those, maybe like once an hour, and it really help alleviate those symptoms that you get from sitting at your desk for hours on end.
So I hope you all enjoyed that and you were joining in at home. I know I was giving myself a little bit of a stretch, and it is good, like our instructor said, just to be able to do that a few times a day, especially in any tight areas, because we are maybe at different desks to what we're used to, and we can get a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit tight. So it is super important. So now I will pass you back over to Marie to go over the last few ways to well-being.
All right, now that we're all feeling energized, and I was actually really encouraged to see like we didn't lose a lot of people there. So I hope that you're all playing along. I definitely was. So hopefully you're all feeling energized after that. Let's look at the last 2 of the 5 ways to well-being and to stay mentally strong in 2021. So we've had connect, learn, move, and now we're going to look at giving. So, research suggests that acts of kindness and giving can help to improve our mental well-being by creating positive feelings and a sense of reward. We can feel that we have more of a sense of purpose, and it can improve our feelings of self-worth. Pandemic permitting, linking in with charitable organisations helps us to connect with other people who have similar values and can be a great way for us to meet people with similar passions. And giving also releases more of those lovely feel-good endorphins that we've spoken about a few times today. It can also help us to feel less stressed and to give us new perspectives and allow us to focus our time and attention on making a difference. So let's look at some ideas for giving. So we can all give time, energy, and attention to others and the causes that we support. Even connecting with those 3 people that we noted down earlier is giving your time and attention to those around you. Something else we can all do is take time to really listen to our colleagues, helping them out where we can. This really matters, especially now. Some other ideas are food bank donations, delivering shopping for people in the community, volunteer work, and raising money for charity. And on that, we are supporting Middlesbrough and Stockton Mind today. So donations will help local people who are needing extra support with their mental health right now. So you can go to justgiving.com/fundraising/Gateway UK. And we'll also get someone to drop that into the chat. So participate if you'd like to and if you can. So the 5th and final way to stay mentally strong in 2021 is by taking notice. What do we mean by that? Taking notice means becoming more present in the moment, allowing the mind to be still and giving ourselves the time to relax throughout the day. So being present is all about calming the mind, which can feel challenging with so much happening around us. This is because our minds crave certainty, order, and predictability. And so often we find ourselves on overdrive trying to solve the problems of yesterday and tomorrow and giving very little attention to the present moment. So to practice taking notice is to create space between our thoughts and to allow some open space between all of that mind chatter. Taking small breaks to train the mind to be still improves our focus and concentration for the rest of the day. It's actually amazing the difference that just 5 minutes of doing this can make. And the more we practice being in charge of our mind, the more our confidence grows, thus reducing feelings of anxiety. So what can we do to become more present? If you keep indoor plants in your home or office already, you might already know about their magic. In addition to looking great, they keep us connected to the great green world outside, and they remind us that the world is a place of growth. Plus, there are multiple studies that show us that being in proximity to plants reduces stress, increases productivity, and even helps you to heal and sleep better. Clearing the clutter is another great one. So having a clean, clear, calming work and home space frees up our mind to focus on other thoughts. With things in order around us, we begin to feel more organized within ourselves. Or how about visiting a new place when out walking? Because let's face it, the same locations can get boring. So how about taking in everything about a new street, a park, or a walking trail? They're all really great ways to become more mindful. And finally, tune in and take notice of how others might be feeling and acting around you. And this can include our colleagues, family, and friends. And perhaps we can offer to give support where we can. I'll now hand you over to Melissa for our last activity of the session.
So the last interactive part for everyone, as promised, is a guided relaxation activity. And this one is all about you. We'd like to share with you just a short guided meditation by one of our Key Wellbeing partners and meditation teacher, Matt Garrell-Fisher. And even if you are new to meditation, just give yourself the next 5 minutes to relax. We'll be playing along with you from our desks, and we will see you back here shortly for the Q&A.
I'd like you to get comfortable in your chair and relax. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And if that's not comfortable for you, you can breathe through your mouth also. and place your feet flat on the floor, really feeling your feet in contact with the floor underneath you. And just take a few more deep breaths like this for a few moments. Now, start by focusing all your attention on your toes. Curl your toes. Feel the tension in your muscles. And then release. Now, focus all your attention on your ankles and begin to ankles. And now, your calf muscles. Relax them. And now, your knees. Relax. And your thigh muscles. Relaxing. And now, just let any thoughts you may have float up and away from you, like a bubble of air escaping through water. Take a moment to notice where you are sitting. Notice how you feel, gently supported by the surface beneath you, and relax into it. Begin to focus on the area around your hips and release any pressure here. Now begin to notice any tension you may have in your back. Breathe deeply in through your nose. And as you breathe out, slowly relax and release any tension in your back. That's right. And now take your attention to your shoulders. Lift them up to your ears. And then release completely. Feeling amazing. And now, relax your neck and jaw muscles. And take in a deep breath through the nose. And as you breathe out, effortlessly let go of any tension you're holding in your neck and jaw. Focus your attention on the top of your head and notice any pressure behind your eyes. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth and feel the muscles in your face relax. And notice how much more light and calm you feel. And now, begin to hunch up your shoulders one last time. And as you release your shoulders, Let go of any remaining tension in your body and allow it to sink down and flow out of you. Feeling amazing. Take a few more deep breaths and enjoy this feeling of relaxation and calm for a little while longer. Now, slowly bring your attention back to the room and begin to notice the seat beneath you and the sounds around you. Begin to wriggle your fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into your body. And when you're ready, you can smile as much as you want and slowly open your eyes and notice how you're feeling.
So, welcome back, everyone. We trust that you're all feeling relaxed and calm after that. Maybe that was the first time you've ever tried a meditation, and I'm hoping you were all open to it and just given that chance just to try something new if it is new to you. And so now we are all calm and relaxed. We will now go through and summarize the 5 ways to stay mentally strong in 2021. So first was connect, and that was with each other, ourselves, and the wider community. Then we had learn new skills, hobbies, get creative, learn about others, and in turn, watch your confidence grow. Then we had move. So the links between physical health and mental health are well documented. So get moving to clear that mind and release those feel good chemicals. Give, reduce stress, feel good, and it realigns our focus by helping others. And then we had take notice. So taking some time just to be present and still throughout the day. We've all got busy minds, and taking a little break could just be what we need to restore that sense of calm. So that about wraps it up. So if you would like to chat further with us about all things workplace wellbeing, Marie and I are here. Or if you'd like to book in for a demo of our wellbeing platform and some of the support that we can offer, we can set that up for you. Just drop us an email. And just a reminder that Marie and I are available to run these workshops for the next 3 months on a charity donation basis for organisations and networks across the Northeast. So if you'd like us to come and talk to your people about staying mentally strong in 2021, do feel free to get in touch with us. Our contact details are here, so take a screen grab or you can message us on all the usual channels. And I think that's about it. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Hopefully you're feeling chilled and relaxed after that. And we're all raising money for a really worthy cause. And now we will take any questions that you may have.